It was founded and began in 1988, so we've been here 25 years. There's a huge need out there that people may not be aware of unemployed, underemployed, disabled, many moms that they even may get a paycheck, but they can't make ends meet. And they certainly can't buy enough groceries to have a healthy diet because we know the healthier foods are the more expensive foods.
I am the chef, so we are making 4 meals a week for the diners in the restaurant and sending out 6 to 8 meals a week to other agencies, and altogether feeding between 600 and 1,000 mouths a week. I'd say the most unique aspect of it is the volunteer staff. I've never worked in a restaurant with people that actually want to be there because they're just full of love and hope and goodwill, and they come in with smiles on their faces, being paid nothing, and work hard and put all kinds of love into the food that we serve.
One of the things that made the most impression on me was the dignity and respect that is shown by the people that volunteer here. You get to sit down to a sit-down meal, tablecloth, napkins, flowers on the table, and to be served like you were anybody else. And that's something that I really treasured, especially during that first year. I had fewer sick days than I had previously because I was getting the fresh food and the nice meals at least once a week. And it's also taught me to pay more attention to the people around me because you never know what situation they are in. I mean, we sit down at a table of 7, 8 people and everyone is always ready to enter in a conversation. They share the trials they're having plus the good things that are happening, and you learn to really listen and be around any type of person because just about anybody will show up here. It's not always just the homeless people.
I think if it was a little more accessible, you know, not in a basement, kind of in its own location, I think that it would be much to the advantage of getting more people here. Just that I really appreciate it, and if it ever goes away, I'm going to be really sad.
Well, there's a lot of people come here that can't get through the month without it. I mean, a lot. The people that come here have a real need. There's a lot of, you saw in there's a lot of disabled people, and they can't get around very well. And they really need it. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in '93. That's why, you know, I'm on Social Security. So, and I can't work. So, and you're not alone. You're out of your house. You're getting out of the house instead of, you know, stuck in the house all the time. So, because that leads to depression and a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's really good for the emotions. It's good for your diet. It's good for everything. It's good for you to get out. I don't know. You know, when you give your money, it's like planting a seed. And if you plant it in good ground, it'll grow. This is good ground.
I think many of the women are grateful to be here. You know, have somewhere. I think it's safe. Somewhere safe to be and have a decent meal. Yeah, it would be beneficial if the program would continue. Yeah, we would really appreciate it. Yes.
You know, I think that you guys are a very well-kept secret sometimes, and it's so important to get that message out about what you're doing so families can access it. And in so many different varieties. I mean, there's so many different ways that families can use your services that I don't think they really know about. So this Nutrition to Go is one small way that message gets out there. It doesn't make sense for us to try and cook meals for our families. We don't know that stuff. We don't have the facilities for that. But to partner with you guys to have that for our families, so when they come to us, they get a meal without having to make an extra stop. It's just a beautiful partnership.
And we've had wonderful community support through the years to provide these services. But we know that as far as the need goes, we are only supplying a portion of that need. We know there's so much more out there, and it is critical for us to continue to develop our food connections, our volunteer base, and most of all, our financial base. We've had diners come back that are kind of back on their feet, I would say, and thanked us for helping them through that rough patch. We've had diners come back that are now our volunteers. They know themselves what a critical role we played in their families.